Alright, so we talked about HIV/AIDS, and now we talk about a very common disease in India, absolutely common nowadays when it's raining, the disease called as malaria. Malaria, we all know, is caused by a mosquito bite. And which microorganism causes malaria? The protozoa called as Plasmodium causes malaria. So it's a protozoal disorder. इंडिया में बहुत कॉमन है Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium vivax is the subtype of Plasmodium which causes malaria in India. You have Plasmodium malariae and Plasmodium ovale, which are very common in Africa, and worldwide now is becoming Plasmodium falciparum, which is a severe type of malaria. It is called cerebral malaria, brain malaria, and can cause death of a person. So malaria can be fatal if you get Plasmodium falciparum disorder. Sir, how does this malaria spread? It's a mosquito-borne disease. It is spread by a female Anopheles mosquito. So female Anopheles mosquito से ये spread होता है. How does your Plasmodium multiply? तो सर हमारे बॉडी में और मस्कीटो के बॉडी में दो साइकिल्स होती है. By these two cycles, two hosts are required for Plasmodium to multiply. तो सबसे पहले मस्कीटो के बॉडी में कौन से चेंजेस होते हैं और बाद में ह्यूमन बॉडी में कौन से चेंजेस होते हैं इन केस ऑफ Plasmodium? Let's understand that. सबसे पहले life cycle of malaria parasite in the female Anopheles mosquito. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites the human, then blood will go inside. The question is, why does a male mosquito get the same infection? Male Anopheles mosquito are not blood suckers. They drink plant sap. So they are herbivorous, they are plant sap suckers, the male Anopheles. The female Anopheles is by itself sanguivorous, in other words, it sucks human blood. So male Anopheles से नहीं होता है, only female Anopheles mosquito से होता है. Mosquitoes ingest malaria parasite while feeding on an infected human. Once ingested, the gametocyte, which is the sexual stage of Plasmodium, is sucked. तो किसी को अगर मलेरिया हो रहा है, chills आ रहे हैं, बुखार आ रहा है, a mosquito bites the person, which stage will go inside? Gametocyte, which is the sexual stage, will get ingested by the mosquito's gut. Once the gametocyte goes inside, the gametocytes in the intestine of the mosquito get differentiated into male or female gametes, and male or female gametes बनते हैं gametocytes से. So on sucking the blood, gametocyte goes inside. In the intestine, gametocyte gets differentiated into male and female gametes, and then male and female gametes fuse together in the intestine and forms a cell which is called as ookinete. Ookinete penetrates the gut lining and produces an oocyst in the gut wall. So, male and female gametes fuse to form a cell called zygote or ookinete. वो intestinal walls के अंदर एक swelling create करता है, and that swelling is called as oocyst. And oocyst बनता है, and then the oocyst ruptures. Oocyst burst होता है. It releases something called as sporozoites, and sporozoites migrate to the salivary gland, and when the mosquito bites another normal person, the sporozoites are injected into the skin of human when mosquito bites a normal person. So once again, when the mosquito bites an infected person, What is sucked inside? Gametocyte. What will gametocytes become in the gut of the intestine of the mosquito? Male and female gametes. What will male and female gametes fuse to form ookinete? What will ookinete swell to form oocyst? What will oocyst rupture to release the sporozoid? And where do sporozoids enter human bloodstream after a mosquito bite? तो mosquito ने लिया क्या था? Gametocyte, male and female gametes, ookinete, oocyst, और रिलीज क्या किया जाता है? Sporozoid. And when this mosquito bites a healthy person, उसके बॉडी में क्या पास हो जाएगा? Sporozoid. Sporozoids will develop, and life cycle of the malaria parasite in the human body. When sporozoids go in the human, what will they do? Malaria develops in two phases. Pre-erythrocytic, which is infection of the liver. तो पहले sporozoids infect the liver, and then erythrocytic infection of red blood cells. तो मलेरिया का parasite, in other words, Plasmodium, in what form does it go into healthy person? Sporozoids. And sporozoids will first multiply in the liver, then it will multiply in your red blood cells. And what will they spread by? How will it spread? So let's understand this, sir. When a mosquito bites a human, आपके liver के अंदर sporozoids जाएंगे, and sporozoids multiply in your liver cells to form merozoids. What do sporozoids become? Sporozoids will migrate to the liver. They differentiate into merozoids. Merozoits rupture the liver cells and go into blood. Merozoits infect RBCs and develop into ring form trophozoites and schizoids, which in turn produce more merozoits. So once again, what will sporozoites do once they go in the human body? Liver में जाएंगे, liver में sporozoites get differentiated into merozoites, and merozoites then enter into RBC, where they develop into ring form trophozoites, schizoids, which produce more merozoites. So once again, mosquito bites and goes in sporozoites. Sporozoids multiply in the liver cells and come out as merozoites. Merozoites then go from the liver cell into blood capillaries, go into an RBC. In the RBC, merozoites get converted into ring form. Ring form will then become trophozoites. Trophozoites will then form schizoids. Schizoids will rupture the RBC and release more merozoites. So schizoids become merozoites, and merozoites infect new RBC. New RBC, they will become ring shaped, they will become trophozoites, they will become schizoids, they will form merozoites, RBC ruptures, they will infect new RBC, form ring form trophozoites, form schizoids, form merozoites, RBC ruptures, more merozoites release, and RBC में उसका amplification होता रहेगा. Some of the merozoites don't become ring form, some of the merozoites get converted into gametocytes. And when the mosquito, another mosquito bites this person, the gametocyte enters into the other mosquito, and what will gametocytes become? Male and female gametes. Male and female gametes fuse to form ookinete. Ookinete will swell to form oocyst. Oocyst will rupture to form, release out sporozoids. And when the mosquito bites another human, sporozoids enter into the liver. Their sporozoids first become merozoids. Merozoids enter RBC, become ring shaped, become trophozoids, become schizoids, become merozoids, rupture RBC, release new merozoids, ring shaped trophozoids, schizoids, rupture RBC to release new merozoids. Some merozoids become gametocytes. Gametocyte is taken in by mosquito, and gametocyte enters inside, bites another person. So sir, इस तरह से spread होता है. खास करके रेनी सीजन में जब बहुत सारा रेन वाटर होता है, the number of mosquitoes harvesting in the rain water will increase and malaria becomes a more common epidemic during monsoon seasons. What will be the signs and symptoms of malaria? Malaria में a person will have fever. So immediately the body temperature will go high because of infection and fever होता है. And sir, ये fever क्यों होता है? Sir, with each amplification cycle of malaria, RBC में जब amplify होता है, जब RBC rupture होता है, it releases a hemoglobin derivative called as hemozoin. तो RBC में malaria plasmodium is multiplying, the hemoglobin gets converted into a toxic chemical called as hemozoin, and hemozoin is the toxic substance released with the rupture of RBC. So RBC rupture होते ही hemozoin release होता है. It results in chills and fever with each amplification cycle because hemozoin acts as a pyrogen and stimulates the hypothalamus to produce pyrexia or fever. If you remember, hypothalamus controls your body temperature. So with every cycle completed in RBC, जब RBC rupture होते हैं और मीरोजॉइड रिलीज होते हैं, hemoglobin of that RBC becomes hemozoin. Hemozoin blood में circulate करके hypothalamus पे act करता है and hypothalamus which controls the body temperature now causes fever and tremendous increase in body temperature. बहुत बुखार आता है और साथ में कड़क से ठंडी लगती है. So there is fever and chills, and fever and chills are then accompanied by a lot of sweating because the body temperature becomes very high. There is tremendous sweating. So the classical cycle, हर 2-3 दिन के अंदर ये आरबीसी की लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ प्लाज्मोडियम खत्म होती है और जैसे ही आरबीसी रप्चर होगा, hemozoin will cause fever, will cause chills, will cause sweating, and along with it, it causes arthralgia, which is joint pain, vomiting, anemia because of hemolysis. As RBCs are rupturing, RBC count becomes less, called anemia. हीमोग्लोबिन यूरिन के अंदर हीमोग्लोबिन पास होता है. रेटिनल डैमेज बिकॉज ऑफ कैपिलरीज इन द रेटिना गेटिंग डैमेज, कन्वल्जन, फिट्स आते हैं. एंड सर, दिस इज फीवर, कन्वल्जन, फिट्स, शिवरिंग, स्वेटिंग, along with it joint pain, along with it vomiting, anemia, hemoglobinuria, retinal damage, convulsion. If this is Plasmodium vivax, then it is self-limiting, means the eventually Plasmodium will subside in the body. But if it is Plasmodium falciparum, then it is severe. It causes splenomegaly, the spleen becomes enlarged. It causes hepatomegaly, enlarged liver, spleen and liver become enlarged. It causes severe headaches and cerebral ischemia called as cerebral malaria. आपके ब्रेन में ऑक्सीजन डेफिशिएंसी हो जाती है, which is called cerebral ischemia. Ischemia, oxygen deficiency to the brain, which is called cerebral malaria. A person may go into a coma, lose consciousness, and even die of cerebral malaria. Or many cases, it causes hemoglobinuria with renal failure. तो किडनीज फेल हो जाती है and there is hemoglobin passing in the urine and hematuria होता है, hemoglobin होता है. तो cerebral malaria, brain damage होता है या kidneys damage हो जाती है, and so that is the severe form called Plasmodium falciparum. So how do you prevent yourself from getting malaria and how do you treat malaria? Prevention, जहां पर भी stagnant water होता है due to rain, put over it DDT, DDT और DSC, तो सर ये disinfectants पानी के ऊपर डाल दिए जाते हैं, and you find everywhere in building nowadays the BMC people come and put a lot of anti-fogging chemicals. Anti-fogging chemicals, so the mosquito count becomes reduced. So sir, ये anti-fogging chemical is DDT, DSC, etc. Along with it, put over your skin Odomos. Odomos is a mosquito repellent. Then nowadays you get electronically controlled mosquito repellent. So sir, you put it in the socket, start it, और उसके अंदर से यूकेलिप्टस ऑयल या ऐसे दूसरे केमिकल्स हवा में रिलीज होते हैं जिससे मस्कीटोज रिपेल होते हैं. And one wonderful thing that has been started is the use of guppy fish, which is called as gambusia fish. Gambusia fish को आप पानी, जहां पर भी पानी होता है, एक लेक है, रिवर है, वेल है, जहां पर भी स्टैग्नेंट वाटर होता है, उसमें गप्पी फिश छोड़ दो. गप्पी फिश ईट मस्कीटो लार्वे. तो mosquitoes lay eggs on the surface of the water. It hatches to form larva, and larva becomes mosquito and flies in the air. तो sir, guppy fish larvae को ही खा जाते हैं, तो mosquitoes develop ही नहीं होंगे, and it becomes an excellent natural method of killing away the mosquitoes. As a matter of fact, guppy fish not only eats the larva of Anopheles mosquito, which causes malaria, it also eats away larvae of Aedes mosquito, which causes dengue and chikungunya. तो सुना है, not only malaria but dengue and chikungunya also are very common. And sir, ये Aedes mosquito से dengue and chikungunya होता है, Anopheles से मलेरिया होता है, and the guppy fish or the gambusia fish eats the larvae of both Anopheles and Aedes. So not only malaria is controlled, but also dengue and chikungunya can be controlled by using guppy fish. And treatment के लिए use anti-malarial drugs like chloroquine is given. तो chloroquine यहाँ पे सिलेबस में नहीं है, but remember एक स्ट्रेप होती है 10 टैबलेट्स की. तो क्लोरोक्वीन नाम की टैबलेट यू विल गिव द पर्सन 4 tablets of chloroquine as a loading dose, and then for the next 3 days he is given 1 tablet in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and total 10 tablets खत्म हो जाएगी. Chloroquine will kill Plasmodium vivax or Plasmodium malariae in the body and stop the amplification cycle and thereby treat the disease called as malaria. So malaria, of course, can be treated, but if not taken care of, can lead to death. Bad disorder, very common in the range, this disease called as malaria. So with that we have understood AIDS and malaria. Next session we go into the most crucial disease, cancer, karkarog, which is a lethal disorder, one of the most common causes of death in India and worldwide. Cancer, we will understand how cancer kills. See you in the next session. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.